Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another AfterShock Epicenter live stream. I'm your host and the Senior Retailer Relations Manager here at AfterShock Comics, RuthAnn Thompson. We have a jam-packed show for you today, not only talking about the books that are coming out for New Comic Book Day tomorrow, Wednesday, March 31st, but we also have a bunch of new announcements. So I'm going to jump right in with the titles you can get tomorrow at your local comic book shop, starting with Nuclear Family #2. So if you didn't get #1, this is the perfect time to get #1 and 2 of this incredible story by Stephanie Phillips, who does such a beautiful job dealing with this very period piece of a comic book, as well as the artist Tony Shasteen that just nails it perfectly of kind of capturing that innocence of the 1950s, but while we deal with some pretty darker issues. So when the big bomb drops in Wisconsin, the McLean family does not know what to do. They jump into their basement and keep as safe as they can, but the world that around them has changed a little more than they thought. Is the year still even 1958? I'm not sure. You'll have to pick up this new title to find out. Next up for what's available for tomorrow's new comic book day is that is I Breathe a Body #3. Writer Zach Thompson, who just makes this beautiful, horrifying story. So this is going to be something completely different for you guys. And the artist, Andy McDonald, just nails it every single issue. So if you haven't picked up this story, this is for anybody who's afraid about social media, big tech, influencer culture, of how just perverse it can get with that so many followers. And if you also have a fear of fungi called microphobia, this is a terrifying book for everybody. So this story continues to follow the story of the big, huge influencer named Milo, who now is dead, ? And they're continuing gaining more and more followers with this horrific visuals and videos and pictures that they're still posting about his dead body. And this crosses into a weird area of art versus life versus everything else, since this is coming at the same time where in real life, Nike is suing Lil Nas for his Satan shoes that have human blood in the soles. So it's a little creepy how on the nose this book is when it comes to big influencers and just social media in general. Next up, let's talk about all the books that are in the spotlight coming up. So coming to shops on April 23rd is Animosity Year 3 hardcover. This is a beautiful way to capture the third year of this AfterShock flagship title by Marguerite Bennett and artwork by Raphael de Latour. It's just continuing this epic story of a young girl and her dog, Sandor, who's trying to get her safely across the U.S. while all animals have gained consciousness and the memories of what's been done to them. They can speak and they can fight and they do all of that. So this is continuing that title, and we're really stoked for everybody to pick it up. It looks beautiful on your shelf. Next up that's coming soon, fast approaching, is Shadow Doctor #3 by Peter Calloway and artist Georges Jeanty. This is such a fantastic true story about Peter Calloway's real great-grandfather, and the past wasn't always so black and white, as we name this title, that is going to be in shops on April 28th. Next title that's going to be in the future, and let your local comic book shop know if you want to pick it up, would be Eden. And this is a prestige format one-shock, as we've named it. We do love puns here at AfterShock. And this is writer Colin Bunn and the artist Dalibor Tajakic. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's a very awesome name. And the one-liner that we have for this one is, "Love can leave a lasting impression." And this is going to be in shops on May 5th. So with all the announcements going around, we actually forgot to tell you guys about the announcement that actually happened last week before our Epicenter. But this is an announcement of a brand new title called Lycan. So this is Punisher star Thomas Jane, screenwriter James Kelly, and Lucifer scribe Mark Carey. And they've joined in this new title that we're super stoked about. We're still looking for an artist to really match all of these incredible ideas. And they describe Lycan reads Year of our Lord 1777, a hardened band of international big game hunters returning from Africa are shipwrecked off a small British island. In exchange for a few supplies and the repairing of their good ship, the Caledonian, Lord Ludgate engages the men for a task they are particularly well suited for: find the berserking beast that's eating up his subjects, including a group of young Ballantine nuns, and destroy it. Bum, bum, bum. So, any werewolf fans, I highly suggest keeping an eye on this title. We're very stoked about that. And then we actually just announced, and we're very stoked about it, Seismic Press. So since the establishment of AfterShock about 5 years ago, we've been so excited to bring you the works of the top creatives in the industry. And though a lot of it seems to be more adult, a little darker, a little more horror, a little more science fiction, we now are starting our very new offset called Seismic Press, and that will be for young adult readers. Ages 12 to 18 is what we're aiming for. And we're going to start it off with a brand new title, graphic novel by Steve Orlando and Steve Bach's Rainbow Bridge. It'll be released in August, and it's illustrated by Valentina Brancati, and it tells the story of a 14-year-old Andy and his rescue dog, Rocket. So this is a very fabulous story. We're so excited to be working with Steve Orlando again. As well as this title, we're moving some of our older titles into this category as well, including Ryan Parrott's Oberon, which takes place with all the fairies and fairy lords that we know from Shakespearean works, as well as Lollipop Kids. So we've always known that these have been YA titles, and now we can put them in their own category. So we're really stoked about that. Last but not least, guys, we are still looking for ambassadors. We definitely love this program. We have about 40 ambassadors across the US, Canada, and in the UK, and we have a few more areas that we need them. So if you want to be an AfterShock ambassador and talk to your local comic book shops about all our amazing titles and bring them promotional materials, make sure that you apply. We are still looking for anybody in Los Angeles, Dallas, as well as San Francisco. And yes, so that we definitely need everybody in those specific areas. So please apply, and you get to work with me, huzzah, as well as the other amazing ambassador team management. So guys, as always, thank you so much for being a part of the AfterShock family. Make sure that you wash your hands, keep your distance, wear your masks, and only read dangerously. We'll see you all next week. Bye now.